Imagine stepping off a train in Mumbai with nothing more than 1,500 rupees, around $20, in your pocket, a suitcase full of dreams, and grief in your heart. That's how Shah Rukh Khan began his journey in 1991. No godfather, no family in the film industry, just one unshakable belief that he could make it. 30 years later, that very boy would own Mannat, a $24 million mansion, a billion-dollar cricket team, and one of the most powerful film companies in Asia. How does a middle-class boy from Delhi rise to become not just Bollywood's king, but one of the richest actors in the world? The answer lies in a series of choices that turned him from actor to entrepreneur to legend. But the story doesn't begin in Mumbai. It begins in Delhi, in a small rented house with a young boy who would one day be called King Khan. Shah Rukh Khan was born on 2nd November 1965 in New Delhi, in Rajendra Nagar. His father, Mir Taj Muhammad Khan, was a freedom fighter who ran a small business. His mother, Latif Fatima, was a magistrate. They weren't poor, but they weren't comfortable either. Rent was tight, bills piled up, and money was always short. SRK grew up in a 500 rupee a month rented flat, dreaming of a bigger life while standing on the roof and watching airplanes fly overhead. But life wasn't easy. In 1981, when Shah Rukh was just 15, his father passed away after a long battle with cancer. The family lost not only their emotional anchor, but also financial stability. For young SRK, it was the first taste of loss, and he later said, "I learned very early that life doesn't always give you closure." This tragedy made him even closer to his mother, until fate would test him again. As a teenager, Shah Rukh studied at St. Columba's School, excelling not just in studies, but in sports and theater. He went on to Hansraj College to study economics, and later joined Jamia Millia Islamia to pursue mass communication. But his real training ground was theater, under Barry John, who called him one of the most natural actors he had ever seen. Shah Rukh was on his way to building an acting career in Delhi, until life dealt him a blow he never saw coming. A tragedy so deep, it would change the course of his destiny. In 1991, just when Shah Rukh was gaining recognition in Delhi with television shows like Fauji and Circus, his mother fell critically ill. Her death shook him to his core. SRK later admitted, "That was the darkest moment of my life. I didn't know how to process the pain." And so he made a decision. He would leave Delhi. He would take his dreams, his grief, and just 1,500 rupees and head to Mumbai. He once said, "I came to Mumbai with a broken heart, but I wanted to make Mumbai fall in love with me." And he did indeed. In 1991, with no house to stay in, Shah Rukh crashed at friends' homes, sometimes slept in small rented apartments. He had no connections, no roadmap. But within a year, he would shock everyone. Most people believe Shah Rukh started with Deewana in 1992, but the truth is, he had already made his name on TV. His role as Abhimanyu Rai in Fauji, 1989, made him a household name. In Mumbai, things moved fast. His first signed films were Dil Ashna Hai and Deewana. But Deewana released first, in 1992, and suddenly, the new boy in town was everywhere. While others chased heroic roles, Shah Rukh did the opposite. He played dark, negative characters in Bazigar, 1993, Dar, 1993, and Anjam, 1994. Industry veterans warned him, "This will ruin your career." But SRK trusted his gut. "I want to do roles no one dares to touch," he said, and that gamble worked. Because just 2 years later, one film would crown him the undisputed king of Bollywood. 1995 came Dilwale Dulhania Le Jayenge. The film became a cultural phenomenon. It didn't just break records, it created them. To this day, DDLJ remains the longest-running film in Indian cinema history. From there, Shah Rukh redefined romance with Dil To Pagal Hai, Kuch Kuch Hota Hai, Kabhi Khushi Kabhi Gham. He was no longer just a star, he was the star. But here's the difference between Shah Rukh and many other superstars. While they basked in stardom, SRK was quietly planning something bigger. He once said, Acting will give me fame, but business will give me freedom. And his first attempt at business? It failed spectacularly. In 1999, Shah Rukh teamed up with Juhi Chawla and Aziz Mirza to form Dreams Unlimited, a production company. Their early films flopped, but Shah Rukh didn't give up. In 2002, he founded Red Chillies Entertainment with Gauri Khan. The company didn't just produce films. It built a VFX division that today is India's best. From Chennai Express to Jawan, from VFX-heavy films to international projects, Red Chillies became a money machine. But his boldest gamble was yet to come, and it had nothing to do with movies. In 2008, he risked everything on cricket, and people laughed at him. When the Indian Premier League launched in 2008, SRK bought Kolkata Knight Riders, KKR, for $75 million, 300 crore. Critics mocked him. The team lost badly in the first seasons. People said it was a disaster. But Shah Rukh had patience. By 2012, KKR won its first IPL trophy. By 2014, they won again. Today, KKR is valued at over 9,000 crores, $1.1 billion. The boy who once had 1,500 rupee in his pocket now owned $1 billion cricket franchise. And if that wasn't enough, his real estate empire will leave you stunned. Shah Rukh's Mumbai home, Mannat, is worth over $24 million. His Dubai villa on Palm Jumeirah is valued at about $12 million. He owns properties in London and other cities. From a 500 rupees a month rented flat in Delhi to one of the most expensive homes in the world. This wasn't just wealth, this was transformation. But what really makes SRK different is not what he owns, it's what he believes. SRK is loved not just for his films, but for his wisdom. His speeches at Yale, TED, and the World Economic Forum are legendary. He often says, "Don't become a philosopher before you become rich," or, "Success is not a good teacher. Failure makes you humble." Through charities, children's education, and hospitals, SRK gives back as much as he earns. And that's what makes him not just a star, but an icon. From a rented flat in Delhi to Mannat in Mumbai, from 1,500 rupees in his pocket to $1 billion empire. Shah Rukh Khan's story is not just about fame or money. It's about resilience, risk, and reinvention. He once said, "I am the last of the stars. After me, it's all corporates and contracts." And maybe he's right. But one thing is certain. Shah Rukh Khan is not just Bollywood's king. He is proof that no dream is too big, no risk too crazy, and no starting point too small. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the true billionaire blueprint of Shah Rukh Khan. This was Top 5 of Everything, an R&B Originals production. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, because the next story may just inspire you to chase your impossible dream.